Right. Welcome to the YouTube class. The second video lecture in magnetism and matter chapter. Today we are begin the topic. It is not exactly topic. It is what I am going to general topic I am saying here. Current carrying solenoid. About the current carrying solenoid, we have to study how the current carrying solenoid is behaves like. Let me see here. First of all, solenoid is nothing but a large number of turns wound on a insulating material closely spaced. Then such arrangement is said to be here solenoid. For example, on a insulating material, this is a insulating material. On this insulating material, okay, suppose if n number of turns of copper winding is wound, okay, like this means this arrangement is said to be solenoid. Is it solenoid? Okay, fine. You just observe here. What I am going to tell you, you just observe here. Right now, like this solenoid is okay, the large number of turns winding on a insulated material closely spaced is called here solenoid. In this solenoid, what is flowing here means current is flowing. How the current is flowing means like this current is flowing. Right. From here, one observer is observing to this solenoid. The observer, whoever observing like this, for him, how this one is appearing means, how the current is flowing is appearing means, current is flowing in the coil is appearing in which manner? Anti-clockwise manner. That means current is flowing like this, right? At top end, at the top, current is in which direction? Outward direction, right? At this point, current is here inward direction. So at the bottom, current is inward current. I can represent with cross, circuit cross. Outward direction, I will represent with dot, circle dot. Right here, current is outward, here inward. Here also, right? Outward, inward. At the top, current is outward, here inward. Right. Next to here, outward, here inward. Here outward the current, here inward the current. Here outward the current, inward the current. Here outward the current, at the bottom inward the current. That means current is flowing like this. That means whenever there is a flow of current in a coil, around that coil, what will be exist means magnetic field is exist. Now you are observing, this is the axis of the solenoid. This is the axis of the solenoid. Is it? Right. Now this is the axis of the solenoid. Then, sir, what is the direction of the magnetic field? For this current carrying coils, some number of current carrying coils are there. Some number of turns are there. Okay, those number of turns winded on this one. See, this is the current carrying one. See, another one. Okay, like this, some number of turns are closely winded. Okay, on this insulating material, that means solenoid. On this solenoid, some number of turns of windings are there. In every winding, every complete winding is acts as a one of the loop. Okay, now like this, some number of loops are there. Due to this, all number of loops, what is the magnetic field and magnetic field direction? What is the magnetic field? How the magnetic field is acts as means magnetic field acts as, we have to tell with the right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. Okay, we know that. What is that means? Thumb is pointing the direction of current. Okay, closing fingers are indicates the direction of magnetic field. Okay, it's a reverse also correct. What is that? Okay, closing fingers gives rise to the direction of the current, and thumb gives the direction of magnetic field. It is also correct. Okay, now here I am by applying the right hand thumb rule. See, at this point, what is the direction of current? Direction of current is nothing but outward, means fingers in circle of fingers are outward. Then thumb is pointing the direction of magnetic field. Right here, just to see, okay, here in the direction, that means in the direction of current. Okay, what I am placing? I am placing my n circle of the fingers, closed fingers, I am placing outward. Next row, here thumb is in which direction? In this direction thumb is there. So along the direction of the axis, okay, what is there here? Magnetic field is there. Now this is the direction of magnetic field. Is it? Right. Now from right hand thumb rule, I have decided here, okay, what is the direction of the magnetic field. That means magnetic field is represented by magnetic field lines. Now for this one, I am drawing here. Magnetic field line is which is how I can draw it. Now second magnetic field I can draw it, okay, like this. Now we know that what is the direction of the magnetic field means direction of it is there like this, okay, like this magnetic field direction is there, like this magnetic field direction is there. Here you see, okay, now this is nothing but the direction of, okay, the magnetic field. Right here, the direction you see inward, right here outward. Next, here also you see, now this is the direction of magnetic field. Here it is inward, here it is outward. Why? Because it is the direction is being like this one. Right now, this is nothing but the direction of magnetic field. Okay, here the magnetic field is, we can show like this. Now, this one, last one. Okay, here I am drawing the direction of the magnetic field is, okay, like this point drawing. Now this one is nothing but enter, this is outward. That means whether you are observing or not, in this current carrying solenoid, okay, here the magnetic field is outward. Where the magnetic field is outward, that point is acts as the north pole of the magnet. North pole of the magnet. Where the magnetic field is, okay, inward magnetic field is, okay, gives this point gives the south pole of the magnet. Totally, here current carrying solenoid behaves like a dipole. It behaves like a dipole. That means this current carrying solenoid is having dipoles. When the magnetic field lines are entering, that point acts as a south pole of the magnet, and where the magnetic field lines are emerging out, okay, that point behaves like a north pole of the bar magnet. Is it? So this current carrying solenoid finally it behaves like a magnetic dipole. Magnetic dipole. Right? Magnetic dipole means it is having a dipole moment. Okay, the dipole moment direction is from where to where we can take? We can take from, okay, south pole to north pole. If you come to a point of bar magnet. Now, sir, how this bar magnet case also let me see here. Now this is nothing but south pole, and this one is nothing but north pole, and this is the axis of south and north poles, bar magnet. Right. In this case, okay, how to draw the magnetic field lines means magnetic field lines we have to draw it, okay, like this. Is it? Now here magnetic field line we have to draw it like this. So here the magnetic field lines are enter and here exist. Here enter, here exist. Now another one. Suppose if you take another one means that one we can draw it like this. Now this is inward and this is outward. Here also you see, and this one is nothing but this is the outward and north pole outward and south pole inward. Now here finally how I can draw like this I can draw, right? Just to see, here inward you show the magnetic field line, here outward at north pole outward. Right, here you just see. Right, one more also I can draw. Right, now this one is nothing but like this side. Right, at the south pole inward, at the north pole outward. That means south to inside the magnetic field. Actually, we can take south to north is the direction of magnetic field. Outward direction, wherever it may be, here you will see the direction of magnetic field is south to north. We can take. Right. If you come to the outside north to south. Whether you are observing or not. Here, in case of bar magnet, in case of solenoid, in both cases, clearly what we are observing means magnetic field lines entering, okay, and existing, entering into leaving out is same in both cases. That's why what we can tell means current carrying solenoid behaves like a bar magnet. Bar magnet as an current carrying solenoid. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಸೋಲನಾಯ್ಡ್ ಒಂದು ಬಾರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ ತರ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇಂದ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಇದು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಈಗ. ಎಸ್, ರೈಟ್. Now, just now we have seen current carrying solenoid and bar magnet both are same. Like that, by drawing two diagrams, I have explained already. Now here we have to prove the current carrying solenoid as a bar magnet. We have to prove it. Now to prove this one, here I am going to take this is one solenoid. Now what is the length of this solenoid means? Length of the solenoid is nothing but 2L. 2L is the length of the solenoid, and this dotted line which I am drawing, this one is nothing but the axis of the solenoid. Is it? This is the axis of the solenoid. Now, on this solenoid, there are some number of turns of winding like this. Okay, that one I am not representing here. Now, capital N and capital N is the number of turns. Number of turns. What are the number of turns? Total number of turns. Capital N is total number of turns on solenoid. On this solenoid, how many number of turns are there? Capital N number of turns are there. From where to where? From a length. Okay, that is nothing but here to here. Now here, this is the exactly center point of the solenoid. Right, center point of the solenoid. Right. Now, this is nothing but O origin. Right. Here, 2L distance means, now this is origin means, this is nothing but plus L distance. Here this side, that is nothing but minus L distance. Is it? Now thereafter, on this solenoid, okay, what I am taking here means, I am going to take here one of the small portion of current carrying number of turns I am taking. Now small portion of current carrying, turns I am taking. Right, what is the width of this one? Width of these turns are nothing but delta x. Of course, from this one, with what distance? With what distance? At what distance? At a distance x. From this one, see, at a distance x from the origin, here I have considered a delta x thickness of current carrying number of turns I have considered. Now, due to these many number of turns, right, at a distance r from the origin, small r from the origin, at a distance small r from the origin, at a point P, what we have to calculate means, we have to calculate the magnetic field. Now where this is nothing but here, this one, the radius of the coil, radius of the solenoid. Of course, radius of the solenoid is denoted by which letter? Is nothing but small a. We can take, or r also you can take, no problem. Capital R also you can take, no problem. Capital R also you can take. Right, like this. Right, now thereafter, small n I am taking. Small n is the number of turns per unit length on the soil. So therefore small n is equal to total number of tons divided by unit length we can take. Now from this one n is equal to we can write n into L we can take n into L. Is it? Next to thereafter here we have to calculate the magnetic field from here. Due to this small number of thickness of number of tons on this one on dx thickness some number of tons are there here from here to here some number of tons are there. Is it? Now due to dx thickness of this one what is the magnetic field at this point means just to see magnetic field due to dx thickness of current carrying turns or width of the current carrying turns at a point P due to dx number of tons, that means dx width, how many number of tons are there, with some small number of n number of tons will be there. Now due to these many number of tons, current carrying number of tons, what is the magnetic field at this point means due to dx thickness so magnetic field also dB is equal to we can write mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi ndx into I r square. Radius is r square divided by r square plus x means from here to here distance. From here to here distance is how much? Is nothing but small r. Of course, from here to here small r distance is there. But in which how much we have to subtract here? X we have to subtract. So r minus x whole square whole power what I can means 3 by 2. Now dB is nothing but magnetic field due to the n dx number of tons. On dx width, how many number of tons are there? N number of tons are there. N dx into what is the current flowing through each turn is nothing but I. R is nothing but radius of the car. But this one where we have taken means actually this part if you observe. Now this is a current carrying loop from this one at a distance rx at a distance x. The magnetic field means this is the formula we have derived previously. That is nothing but B equal to mu naught 4 pi 2 pi n I r square divided by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. We have derived previously. Now if you observe, compared to the radius of the coil or compared to the distance x, the point where we are measuring the magnetic field, the distance at which we are measuring the magnetic field is very large. So that here I can write what is that means since r is greater and greater than x and r is greater and greater than capital R. That means this r distance is very much greater than the radius of the coil. At the same time, this r distance is very much greater than the x. Because of this, here I am going to neglect what are the things, capital R square and x in denominator. These two I am going to neglect. Right? Then x square. Then neglected means this term is 0 and this term also 0. So dB magnetic field dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi. Look at here. Mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi into n small n into I r square into dx divided by this value is 0 mark. So 0 square plus r minus 0 square whole power, what I can take, 3 square. Why? Because compared to the small r, x value is very small. Okay, because of this, here capital R square is going to neglected, and this one also going to neglected. And finally, okay, dv is equal to what I may get here, means I may get mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by into dx divided by, here r square whole power 3 by 2 is there. So what you may get, r cube you may get. Is it? Now this is the magnetic field. This term is the magnetic field due to the dx thickness of number of current carrying, okay, turns at a point P. Due to this number of current carrying wires turns at this point, magnetic field is nothing but this much. Right, next to total magnetic field. Total magnetic field due to all the turns of solenoid at point P is, right. Now due to total number of turns from where from minus L to plus L, whatever the number of turns are there, due to all these number of turns, what is the magnetic field at point P means we have to make it integral. So integral dB from minus L to plus L is equal to integral minus L to plus L. What is the dB value? Mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by r cube into dx. Right? Integral ddt is nothing but b. See, b I am writing is equal to, no need to substitute this one. Right? Here constant terms all are taken outside. Mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by small r cube into integral dx from where minus L to plus L, of course again. Now from this one, b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by r cube into, see this one integral dx equal to what I can write, x I can write x minus L r plus L. Next to b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by r cube into, so here you substitute upper and lower limits. So bracket begin L minus of minus L I can write, right? Now thereafter magnetic field B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi n I r square divided by r cube into, we can write 2L. So you just observe here this n and L, 2L together, that means number of turns per unit length, entire the length is used rise to the total. So B is equal to what I can write means mu naught by 4 pi into 2 n into 2L is becomes capital N into pi r square into I divided by what I can write, r. Since you write in the bracket here capital N is equal to you write n into 2L, you can write here is the n into 2L is equal to capital N. Here 2L or L, anyone is correct. Right, from this one we can write, since we know that since magnetic dipole moment is equal to NIA, right? NIA, A means pi r square. See here, N I pi r square is there. Instead of this all, what I can write? Magnetic dipole moment I can write. So magnetic dipole moment I can write. So B equal to I can write here mu naught by 4 pi into 2. Instead of n I pi r square is nothing but magnetic dipole moment I can write divided by r cube. That means what I got here means magnetic field due to the solenoid. Magnetic field due to the current carrying solenoid I have written in terms of the magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic field due to the current carrying solenoid I have got here in terms of magnetic dipole moment. Bar magnet is having the magnetic dipole moment. Because of that, okay, current carrying solenoid is behaves like a magnetic bar magnet. Now here, hence from the above relation, it is clear that current carrying solenoid is behaves as a bar magnet. Behaves like a bar magnet. See, bar magnet, dipole momentum of the bar magnet M is equal to magnetic pole strength into length of the magnet. This one we can. Is it? Now from this conclusion we can write it like this. So from this explanation it is clear that current carrying solenoid is behaves like a magnetic dipole. Why? Because means magnetic field due to the current carrying solenoid I have written in terms of the magnetic dipole moment. Magnetic dipole moment. Bar magnet is also having a magnetic dipole moment. That's why it is clear. Yes, make a note. Right. Next topic, dear students. Expression for time period of oscillating magnetic needle in an uniform magnetic field. Of course, sometimes they may ask bar magnet also magnetic needle. Instead of magnetic needle, bar magnet also they may ask. Otherwise, they may ask as a magnetic dipole also. So both are correct itself only. Right, we have to derive the expression for time period of the oscillating magnetic needle in an uniform magnetic field. Magnetic needle means, just to see here how I am going to take, see. Now, this is the magnetic needle. Actually, it is little bit enlarged. Now, here you are observing these white lines are represent the direction of uniform magnetic field. Here, south and north pole. That means dipole. Magnetic dipole is having a magnetic needle. Now, here this is nothing but north pole and this is the south pole. The length between the north and the south pole is nothing but 2m. Now, whenever the magnetic needle has placed in the magnetic field like this, in that case, north pole is experiences the force in this direction, south pole is experience the force in this direction. As a result, it is going to deflect like this, turn like this. That means after turning, after rotating, the angle between the magnetic dipole moment, see here is the magnetic dipole moment, the angle between the magnetic dipole moment and magnetic field, okay, I have represented here itself. Now see, that is nothing but theta. Now this is the direction of the magnetic dipole moment and this is the direction of the magnetic field. Right, in between these two, the angle is nothing but how much they have given. That is nothing but theta. Is it? Now in the case, you see here the torque experienced by the magnetic needle. Torque experienced by the magnetic needle is given by. What is the torque experienced by the magnetic needle? Torque experienced by the magnetic needle, tau is equal to, we can write mp sin theta. We can write mp sin theta. Is it? Now, from the Newton's third law, for every action there is a equal and opposite reaction. For example, this is nothing but deflecting torque. What is the deflecting torque experienced by the magnetic needle in the magnetic field? Means that is mv sin. Immediately related to which there is some restoring torque also. That means restoring torque. Right. Now this is nothing but the deflecting torque which is experienced by the magnetic needle in the magnetic field. So restoring torque. Immediately, what is the restoring torque? Means restoring torque, it is tries to bring back the magnetic needle to its original position. What is the restoring torque? Okay, on it means restoring torque on it is nothing but you just see restoring torque, we can write I into alpha, we can write, where I is moment of inertia, alpha is the angular acceleration. This is related to the rotational motion topics, right? Where I is moment of inertia. You don't you don't misunderstand. The current is I is, it's a not current. I is a moment of inertia. I is moment of inertia. And this one is nothing but alpha is angular acceleration. Right? Now here when the needle is rotating like this, so rotational motion. For a rotational motion, angular acceleration will be there. That is nothing but alpha. Is it? Now at the equilibrium position, where the equilibrium position, whenever the deflecting torque is equivalent to restoring torque. At the equilibrium position, what I can write here means restoring torque. See, restoring torque is equivalent to deflecting torque. Restoring torque is equivalent to deflecting torque. Tau, this is tau symbol. Actually, these two are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. So here, what I have written means restoring torque is I alpha, deflecting torque is nothing but minus mb sin theta. Of course, again. Next, for a small angles, okay, sin theta is approximately equal to theta. So the above relation is I alpha is equal to minus mb theta. Is it? Now minus mb theta I have written here. Now thereafter, if you see here, now this is nothing but equation number 1. Alpha, how we can write means alpha we can write d square beta divided by dt square beta. Alpha is actually, you see here, here I am writing angular velocity is equal to angular displacement by time. Is it? Next angular acceleration is equal to angular velocity by time. We can. Next angular acceleration d by dt of omega is nothing but d theta by dt also we can write. So here, okay, you see d into d square into theta. Next to d2 into dt, dt square. So alpha is equal to what I can write? D square theta by dt square I can write. So equation 1 becomes here is there equation 1. So I if you send this sign, I into d square theta by dt square is equal to minus mb theta divided by what? Sorry, mb theta I can write. Now from this one, d square theta divided by dt square is equal to here we can write minus mb divided by I, moment of inertia will come here, into what I can write theta, moment of inertia. Right. Next, afterwards if you just see, we know that from the simple harmonic motion, okay, one of the equation how we can write means d square y is equal to d square y divided by dt square is equal to, we can write minus omega square into y we can write. This is the second order derivative simple harmonic equation motion. Here also magnetic needle is oscillate like this. That means oscillate like this in simple harmonic motion. Right, because of that we can compare these two equations like this. Here you have to take this one is equation number 2 and this one is equation number 3. Now by comparing equation number 3 and 2 equations, right, by equation number 2 and 3, right, what we have to take? See, we don't want much more anything. D square theta by dt square, d square y by dt square, we don't want. Angular displacement, linear displacement, we don't want. But we want from these two, we have to compare only this one. Minus omega square equal to, we can write minus mb divided by I. From this one, minus cancel. Omega is equal to mb by I. See, this is nothing but angular velocity I have written in terms of the magnetic field, magnetic dipole moment, and moment of inertia. Of course, we can write next step. 2 pi f is equal to mb by I, since in bracket you write, okay, omega is equal to 2 pi f. Right. Now from this one, f is equal to, I can write 1 divided by 2 pi into, of course, this is under root we have to write. Next to this is also under root we have to write. Okay, we can write under root mb divided by I. Now this is nothing but frequency of the oscillations of magnetic needle in a magnetic field. Okay, now frequency of magnetic needle. But here we know that f is equal to t is equal to 1 by f. So t is equal to, we can write here 1 by f means 1 divided by 2f into square root of mb divided by I. So t is equal to 1 divided by 1 by we can write 1 divided by 1 by we can write. So this one will come to 2 pi into square root of I divided by mp we can write. Now this is the expression for time period of the magnetic oscillating magnetic needle. Now this is the expression for time ನೀವು ಜಾಗ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. If you have the space, you write. Okay, here. Next, time period of oscillating magnetic needle in uniform magnetic field. Uniform magnetic field. Yes, make a note this one. See, two things you have to consider. Torque which is experienced by the magnetic needle is nothing but deflecting torque at sin theta. Restoring torque is nothing but I alpha. From this one, at equilibrium or thereafter. First PUC, second PUC, both are okay. One is related to another here. Yes, make it. Right. Dear students, look at here. Next topic is expression for magnetic potential energy of magnetic dipole. Magnetic dipole means bar magnet in a uniform magnetic field. Now see, this is the uniform magnetic field in which, see, I am going to take one bar magnet. This bar magnet is having the south pole and this one is nothing but north pole, which is like this. Now this is nothing but the axis of the bar magnet. We can take right now the length of the bar magnet is nothing but here. How much I can take means, of course, I can take 2 here. Is it? Now this is the at the center of the bar magnet. I can represent this is the direction of the magnetic field and this one is the direction of magnetic dipole moment. From where to where we can take means, we can take from okay, north to south. That means south to north is the magnetic field. Our question is nothing but expression for magnetic potential energy of magnetic dipole or bar magnet in an uniform magnetic field. So for this one, how to measure this one means, first work done is required. Work done is required to rotate the bar magnet from initial position to desired position is called magnetic potential. This one here, magnetic potential energy. We can call it as magnetic potential energy. Initially, the bar magnet is not like this. It is initially being like this. Now, whenever the bar magnet, this is the north pole of the bar magnet. Here you see, I am putting here red to dark. Right. So, this one is the north pole of the bar magnet. This is the south pole of the bar magnet. When the bar magnet has placed in uniform magnetic field, it undergoes torque. It experiences the torque. That means here bar magnet is rotated through by some angle. That angle is said to be here d theta. That means here work done to rotate the bar magnet through a small angle d theta. That means a small angle d theta, to rotate a small angle d theta. What is the amount of work done is required? Amount of work done for small angle, small work done. dW is equal to, we can write tau into d theta. Okay. Now to rotate the magnetic bar magnet from an angle theta 1 to theta 2. To rotate the bar magnet from theta 1 to theta 2 is given. Theta 1 to theta 2, to rotate the bar magnet, what is the total work done? Okay, theta 1. Okay, the total work done is total work done means you just integrate w integral dw from where to where mark theta 1 to theta 2 if you take, right? Integral theta 1 to theta 2 dw is nothing but what is there, tau into d theta is there, right? Of course w is equal to integral theta 1 to theta 2, tau is nothing but torque equal to what I can write, mb sin theta d theta. Of course I can write here in bracket, since tau is equal to mb sin theta. Okay, fine. Next, work done, w is equal to mb, you write outside, so integral theta 1 to theta 2, remaining is sin theta into d theta, right? Work done, w is equal to mb integral sin theta d theta is nothing but minus cos theta. Of course if you write here lower and upper limits, we may get this. Next, work done, w is equal to mb into here you take minus is common, so the remaining is cos. Instead of theta, first you write theta 2 minus cos theta 1 if you write it. So minus comma is there. If minus is multiplied with these two terms, so work done is equal to what I can write means mb cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2 we can write. Now this is one of the formula for work done to rotate the bar magnet from an angle theta 1 to theta. Right. Here, what is the potential energy definition? The amount of work done is required to rotate the bar magnet from its initial position to desired position. Initial position. At initial position, potential energy is 0. Potential energy is 0 means this complete term must be equal to 0. This complete term mb cos theta 1 is 0, mb cos theta 2 is not equal to 0. So when the cos theta 1 is 0, cos theta is 0 whenever the theta is 90 degree. So this must be 0 means, okay, here theta 1 is equal to, if theta 1 is equal to what we have to take, pi by 2, and theta 2 is equal to, if you take theta, some other position. At initial position, result position. At initial position means you just see this is the north south pole, north pole, right? Magnetic dipole moment is like this is there, magnetic field is like this is there. Angle between magnetic dipole moment and magnetic field is 90 degree. So we have to take like this. Then work done is equal to what I make it means, work done is equal to mb into minus cos theta 2 instead of theta 2, you write like this. So work done is equal to, I make it here, minus mb cos theta, and we get here, okay, like this. Now this is the work done formula. Is it? Now this is also we can use, this is also we can use. When the two angles are given, this one we have to write. When the only single angle has given, we have to write like this. Of course, okay, therefore work done is equal to potential energy. So potential energy U is equal to minus mb cos theta, we can write, okay, like this. Okay, in vector form, how we can write means U, potential energy U equal to minus of m bar dot b bar, also we can write it. Okay, now this is the expression for potential energy of the bar magnet in an uniform magnetic field. Very simple concept. Whatever the explanation I have given, you just to follow that. That is more than enough. Yes, make it. Right. After having the topic, we are having Gauss law in magnetism. Gauss law in electrostatics we have studied. What is the statement of Gauss law in electrostatics? Means the total electric flux through a closed surface or closed area is equal to 1 by epsilon naught times of net charge enclosed by that surface. That means flux 1 by epsilon naught times of net charge. We have studied Gauss law in electric field like this. What about the Gauss law in magnetism? Means according to the Gauss law in magnetism, the magnetic flux through any closed surface is zero. That means magnetic flux through any closed surface is zero. The value is zero. How it is? You just see. Now this is nothing but a bar magnet. Now this is nothing but here north pole of the bar magnet, and this is the south pole of the bar magnet. How we can draw the magnetic field line here? Means magnetic field line we can draw outward direction here. Magnetic field line we can draw inward direction like this. Magnetic field line we can draw outward direction like this. Magnetic field line we can draw inward direction like this. Here also magnetic field line in outward direction. Here also outward direction. Here it is inward direction. Here also that is inward direction. We can draw them like this. Whether you are observing how many magnetic field lines are entering into the loop on a closed surface is equal to number of magnetic field lines are entering into is equal to number of magnetic field lines are leaving. How many number of magnetic fields are entering into the closed surface is equivalent to number of magnetic field lines are emerging out. Because of this, within the closed surface, entering lines and exiting lines both are equal. Because of that, both are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. That means, how much water is entering into the pot is equal to that much water is going out from the pot. Then the total water storage in the pot is nothing but zero. In similar way, within a closed surface, how many number of magnetic field lines are entering? Those many magnetic field lines are going out from this closed surface. Because of that, flux within this loop is nothing but what we can tell zero. So this is very, very important relation. State the Gauss law in magnetism. They may ask like this. According to the Gauss law in magnetism, the magnetic flux through any closed surface is zero. Like this, if you write means, then it is enough for one. Next one. Analogy of terms in electric field and magnetic field. In electric field, charge Q or Qm, that means we can take. That means whatever the role is played by the charge in electric field, same role is played by the pole strength in magnetic field. Here charge is denoted by Q, pole strength is denoted by Qm or small m. Next one, flux. Electric flux is nothing but E bar dot delta S bar, that means EDS cos theta. Here magnetic flux is B bar dot delta S BD delta S cos theta. Torque in electric field is P sin theta. P is nothing but magnetic dipole moment, electric dipole moment, that equal to Q into 2A. Q is charge. Next here, magnetic dipole moment M is sin theta, where M is nothing but here magnetic dipole moment, that is pole strength into 2M. Here Q charge, here pole strength M. Right? Field due to dipole on the axial line. Right, in case of electric field, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, 2p by, okay, 2p by x cube. Here magnetic field on the axial line of the short bar magnet, mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi m. Right, here 1 by epsilon naught is equivalent to mu naught in the magnetic field. Mu naught in the magnetic field. Permeability and permeability. We can take discuss and remaining in equatorial line also. So this is the one of the important topics today we have completed in this video.